Right, guys, this is a strange one. What I've done is, right, I've when I was on water meadow, I was fishing soup, and I noticed that I also added another ingredient when I was down there to the mix. Now it made a massive difference to the fishing, because once I'd added it, that's when the knocks started coming, that's when the fish started coming. So I thought that ingredient was key to add to the boilies. So I've added it to the boilies in place of half of the nuts. So I've gone with half the nuts, and I've gone with half of that ingredient that's been added, which is ground pellet. Now once I added ground pellet to the soup, the bite started coming. It's I think it was key. It's key, absolutely key to that pond, and to quite a few ponds that I fished this year. Pellet has been key. It's so what I've done with is I've done away with an oily pellet, which I've strayed away from oil. I know the temperatures are nice now, and it's very strange for this time of year, you know what I mean? It's very strange, but I've got a funny feeling the way me and Richard G fishing goes is when I say I'm going fishing with Richard G, get ready, because I'm fucking telling you now, we're fucking hurricane, aren't we? And I ain't joking. Whenever I fish with that kid, we went to Trent View, and we were having temperatures. I think temperatures were about 12 to 14. Before we went, we both turn up, get through gate, straight away, boom, first frost of the year, and I mean heavy frost. The pictures that are on my page that say on my bivvy, writing on my bivvy with frost, that was the first night on the free fish come out, and all the time we were on Trent View. So now we ain't got the best of form in old Rich together, you know what I mean, fishing. We've had a bit of good form on other places, Mozzie and stuff like that, but when it comes to this late into season, we ain't had much form now. If I were with anybody else, I'd probably say we were going to have an heat wave. But with Richard, we're going to have 12 foot of snow. So what we're going to do is, like I said, I've replaced half of the nut with pellet. But the other thing I've done is took near enough all of the gluten out of this bait so it breaks down faster. I've tested it, and the breakdown without that gluten in, which is pretty much semolina. Without semolina in, the breakdown is far faster. It breaks down faster, and I want it to break down faster because this is not the only bait I'm going to be taking. I need some fluoro yellows to take down here, because I'm going to be fishing a soup with coning, and I want them fish to get onto that cone, which they always do first. They'll get onto the cone first, and then one of them will end up munching on a boiler, and that's when they'll start eating boilers instead. They ain't stupid, and they know what's good for them. They know that a tin of sweet corn's probably equivalent to about 4 boilers, so they ain't daft. But the other thing is this, is the amount of yellow pepper in there. It's a good. This is one for those that make bait. It's just amazed me that the pellet has darkened the bait. And I do like that colour. I really do like that colour, because I did also notice that I didn't have takes straight away while I was down there. The bites come. Don't get me wrong, they come, and I had fish, but they didn't come straight away. And I have a funny feeling that may have been through the colour of the bait as well. I think or either that, or it was too over flavoured. So I've reduced flavours in everything I've made. Even Richard's has got reduced flavours in it, for the reason of, is I'm hoping that we're going to get them a little bit faster this time than last time. So I've reduced the flavours. Now this is about the 5th attempt I've had at rolling bait this for Clearwater, and every time I roll it, somebody phones me or gets in touch with me and says, "Have you got 5 kilo bait?" I end up getting them to get rid of it. You know what I mean? So it's just you get rid of it if somebody wants to, you get rid of it. Like, but the thing is I really am liking these. Honest to God, I really do like them. I think they look absolutely mint. I think the last two lots of bait that I've rolled, which are these and those pop-ups, the KBS pop-ups, I think they're definitely up there with best bait I've ever rolled. Now I know how this fishes. It's the same base mix as I've used all year. It's the pineapple and butyric acid. The only difference is the oil content, and the nuts have been lowered. Because of the oil in the nuts, I've still added a decent portion of nuts, but I've added the pellet because I know they like pellet on that pond, and I know he feeds them pellet, so I put pellet in. It's stupid not to do something like that, and he feeds low oil content pellet during winter. So low oil content pellet they've got. Now I'm pretty sure that these are going to do well. I'll be honest with you. We've got our lovely little 12mm barrels. Now Paul over there was saying that on the pond he fishes, they don't allow round baits buying boiler foam, but they'll allow barrels. So you can't use that, but you can use that. It's a strange rule. Now, it's pretty much the same rule as they used to have on Langworth. You couldn't feed boilies until just everyone took no notice of him and carried on. Even when he said you couldn't do it, which he never said it to me, the owner never said it to me. It was a matchman that said it to me, and I took no notice of him. I asked Cliff, and I said to Cliff, is it alright if we put boilers on? And Cliff says, put it out. The reason the matchmen do not like you feeding boilers is because the carp get big and they smash their tackle to pieces. That's the reason they don't like them. I'm telling you now, honest to God's truth on that as well. It's the reason matchmen don't like them. But if you're a matchman and you like Darren, who are unmatched fishers, then he'll quite happily fish with one of these on a nook. And I swear to God, a 20-pound carp's in net with you in about a few seconds. It's like lightning at it. So I don't understand it, you know what I mean? It's different in talent when it comes to match fishing, I suppose. It's like lightning at getting a 20-pound fish. The fish is in net before it's even known it's been hooked. They just look shocked. He gets them in that fast. But the thing is I'm pretty sure that these are going to be a real winner down there. But I definitely need some fluoro yellows as well, which I'm only going to roll a kilo of them tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do a 10 egg mix, which is 1.5 kilo of fluoro yellows, and I will chop off half of them up into into chops, and I will put that in a soup that I will put over this bait and over the other bait, because I'm definitely fishing soup over both baits. I'm going to fish a soup over the Pelican and the KBS bait, and I'm going to fish a soup over this. It was key last time, and I think it could play a big part this time. That is the reason when people have bait off me, I never understand why they don't pick it. They'll pick it up on the day they're going fishing. I don't understand it. Honestly, if you're like getting bait, surely there's stuff you want to be doing with it, you know what I mean? Even if it's chopping the baits in half. Do you know what I mean? It's a weedy pond, so even if it's chopping the baits in half, so when you get there, you can put bait straight out. I never understand why they just pick it up on the day they go in. Or glugging, if they want to glug it in a glug delight. You know, I just don't understand. Don't need glugging. It smells lovely as it is. From this night, I'm getting pineapple nuts. I were getting fish meal earlier, but I'm not getting it anymore. It just smells very pineapple and nutty. It's also got a lot of... I made a new glug up, a coconut glug up, and it's got quite a lot of that in. So, and it's also got a lot of coconut in it anyway, so yeah, that's where we're at with that. That's definitely getting put in. I think even that may do the job, you know what I mean? I really am liking that, honestly. I really do like that. I think this could be a new one for me. I think I could really like this bit. Colour, it looks mint. The breakdown time on it is off the time of the other one, so it breaks down a lot faster, which is what I'm wanting. I'm not wanting boilies out there for weeks and weeks, and I'm only going for 48 hours, you know what I mean? I want them to break down. Fresh bait's going to be going out there all the time. If bait's not getting out, I want it to break down into a crumb So when they come in, there's only crumb left, and then I'll be putting new bait out there all the time. I don't want a lot of bait out there that's going to be in all boilers. It's not. I've got a funny feeling where it's going to change, like I said, and if it does, I don't want a lot of full bait out there. Hence the reason of soup. But we'll see how we go with that anyway.